turning our topic to architecture a little bit, like we say sustainable architecture, and we used to cut the trees and build a sustainable building there. So my question is, what will that help? I mean,
no, as I told you, means I explained this at length about the developmental projects. So even architecture or the civil engineering, you can think in terms of sustainability. And every aspect of development has to look at through the aspect of sustainability. And I think architecture is one of them, and there are energy efficient buildings, there are ways to give again shelter to the birds, butterflies, etc. because human being can't survive alone. Means of course the smile and the enjoyment and the peace that comes through nature, not through coal and the highway and the cement buildings. So it comes through the nature. So you need to find out spaces for these animals and for these creatures, and that actually enhance your means peaceful the standard of your peaceful life, I think.
Absolutely. Sir, my question is like, can architecture, I mean sustainable architecture and development of channels, can these go hand in hand?
See, it's a difficult question, but you look at the townships, bigger townships which are coming like Nagpur, Amravati, in Vidarbha and Mumbai, Pune, so these townships, and there are some green people in this sector also who are planning and who are implementing, who are giving these kind of ideas and implementing these kind of projects in the bigger townships. And even Indian government and the state governments are thinking seriously to provide them incentives. Whosoever implement these kind of projects in urban area, rural area as well as tribal areas, government is ready to give them some incentives so that we can promote these kind of things. And good projects are coming. There are good corporates also who are promoting these kind of projects in all the three areas, like urban, rural as well as the tribal area.
Okay. Sir, on the same lines, can you throw some light on NCS's Mutfa Center?
Yes, this is one of the classic examples of how you should have a sustainable kind of means eco-friendly architecture. Means we wanted to build a community resource center in Melghat, and many people suggested that okay, you can raise some funds and you can have some 3-4 buildings and you put your staff and you can have a training center over there and you can run that center. But we had given a serious thought to the sustainability and how energy efficient and how eco-friendly it should be constructed from all the aspects, from the energy to the water consumption to the what you can say effluent treatment, etc. Means from input to the output. From all the aspects we have considered. Now we bought this 8 hectares of land, and out of that 3 acres have been kept totally reserved for the wild animals and the birds. So that we developed by not doing anything in that particular patch. Means we have not done anything. Ultimately, wildlife and the birds and the butterflies, they played their role. Like they play in the forest, they played their roles there also, and you can see now lot of natural regeneration which has come because of the seed dispersal. Those birds do the seed dispersal, and now a lot of new saplings have come up. They have converted into the trees, and you can take look at that 3 acres of area. Then we have also developed the agriculture. It's very difficult to think about doing farming on the landscape like Melghat. It's a hilly terrain and you have hardly got good soil. So you need to improve the soil fertility, and that improvement is possible through keeping livestock and doing livestock management. So we started with 2 cows, and now there are 6 cows. We use the cow dung, we prepare the manure, and that manure again goes back to the soil, and those cattle don't go for free grazing in the forest area, and that's why they don't consume lot of grasses, lot of other fruits. So ultimately that doesn't go to the dung, and when we use that manure in our field, it doesn't promote any exotic species in the agriculture, in the farm, and that helps us to reduce the labor. So ultimately that again is a issue of sustainability and low cost agriculture, because the farmer suicide, etc., that comes through, means if you put more money into farming and you get less income out of it. So we have done that. Then we promoted horticulture, because in Melghat you can't rely upon agriculture. A lot of animals, they come and they raid your crops. So you have to think about the appropriate kind of agriculture system which should give you better income, because income generation is important. There are marginal landholders, nobody is having more than 7 acres land, so you need to improve their annual income coming from these marginal lands. So we promoted horticulture instead of the traditional farming, and now after 7 years of efforts, we have started getting mangoes, and then amla, and then other fruits. We have a lot of, means around 20 fruit trees, 20 species of fruit trees, more than 500 fruit trees planted. So we are getting traditional crops as well as horticulture, and that has clicked in the agriculture. Then going back to energy sector, we don't buy any power from the government. We generate our own power. We run a biofuel. Again, biofuel is generated by using mahua fruits, mahua oilseed. It has 40% oil content. So we crush it, we extract the oil out of it, and we convert into the diesel, and that we use in a generator, and that is how we generate the power for fetching water from the tube well, etc. And then we also get power through solar power, and there are solar panels over there, and all our domestic appliances, they run on solar power. So our tube well runs on the biofuel, and all other domestic appliances, they run on solar. Now we are going for wind and solar combination, because during daytime you can use the solar power for charging your batteries. During night you can use the wind power for charging your batteries. So just in a day or two we are going to launch or erect our first tower, where we will have a windmill, and that would be connected to the solar power. So that is how we have ensured our energy requirement. And this center is catering the need of education, again nature education. So a lot of tribal students, they come, then the students from urban areas, they also come for, we have some packages specially designed for them, looking at their EVS subject and the environmental studies subject in their curriculum. We have linkages with the academic institutes like university and all. So students like you, they come to our center for some specific modules, and we have a set of some 20 experts in different fields, right from banking to livelihood promotion to, it is all on conservation, it is all on environment protection. And these trainers, they come, they deliver their module, and that is how we work on means they work voluntarily, they get very little remuneration, but there is a commitment from the experts who are attached to this community research center. So it's not very professionally, like there are not, they don't charge heavily for the students. So there is a commitment towards the students. Yeah.